Hi there, my name is Kronenberg and welcome to my channel. This is a film review of 13 Ghosts. It's a horror, came out in 1960. So the Amazon title says 1960, but the actual date in Amazon it says 2008, which is obviously wrong. It's a PG. Amazon is an hour and 18. IMDb is an hour and 25. I'm not sure where that comes from. Amazon is 4.2 out of 5 and IMDb is 6.0 out of 10. The synopsis is the same, so I'll just read IMDb one. A family inherits what proves to be a haunted house, but a special pair of goggles allows them to see ghostly tormentors. And actually, I forgot the Amazon one is different. A boy inherits a ramshackle mansion filled with ghosts looking to extend their family unit. So the director is William Castle, who directed House on Haunted Hill, the one with Vincent Price in it. Very good film. Producer is again William Castle, who produced Rosemary's Baby. Music was by Von Dexter, who did the music for The Tingler. Vincent Price, I think, is in that one as well. The cast, well, we have Donald Woods, who was Cyrus Zorba, who was also in Frisco Kid as Charles Ford. Rosemary DeCamp, who was Hilda Zorba, and she was in This Is the Army as Ethel Jones. Charles Herbert was Buck Zorba, and he was in Houseboat as Robert Winters. Joe Morrow was Medea Zorba, and she was in Sunday, New York as Mona Harris. And Martin Milner, who was Benjamin Rush, and he was in Adam 12 as Officer Pete Malloy. And apparently Adam 12 is a series with 270 odd episodes or something. The locations, well, there's only one it states, and that's the Natural History Museum in LA, which was for the beginning of the film. And it's also known as 13 Spirits. So I have seen the remake. I think a lot of people have seen the remake. It's a little bit different to the remake, obviously. There's kind of eerie music at the beginning, like groaning and chains rattling, and this sodding woman screaming that can shatter glass. Then the ghosts appear on the this is literally before the film's even started. The credits starting, and they've got the ghosts appearing. They're kind of like pictures of ghosts. They're not like CGI or anything because it didn't exist. So I'm just watching, right, as Buck, Mum and Dad, right, have had all their furniture taken back, so they've obviously got no money at all. So they're having his birthday on the floor, you know, with a cake and stuff, and they're asking him what he wishes for. And he says, I'm not telling you. He says, well, how do you know it's going to come true if you don't tell us? It's like, oh, okay then. And he says, a house for us with furniture no one can take away. Cue the wind wafting through the windows and someone knocking at the door. I must admit, I wish I had a rich uncle, not the Nigerian prince on email that we all seem to get. So the lawyer's just broken the news that the ghosts are in the house. And he's like, are you sure? And he's like, yeah. He was deadly serious when he's doing it. So it's kind of interesting because I don't think in the remake they talk about the ghosts. They don't inherit ghosts in the remake, but in this one they already know that they are there. It's kind of interesting. So Buck's talking to the lawyer outside the house, and he says, I haven't seen any ghosts, but we have a witch. And then he's kind of looking at the lawyer's like, what? He says, ring the doorbell and she'll answer the door. It's actually the housekeeper who's the witch from the Wizard of Oz, you know, the one that's in green. I think the Wicked Witch of the West or East or whatever it is. That she's all in green going that melting or whatever. They find a Ouija board. It's a nice board game for the family to play. You know, it's quite nice, quite enjoyable. Nowadays it's like frowned upon, but I think back then it was quite enjoyable. I think you can actually get them these days. If you can find a planchette, what it's called. Poor Buck. Poor little lad. He fell asleep and his dad found a book on his bed. Not a mobile phone or a tablet or a TV, a book. Those weird things, you know, with paper in it. It's so weird. I don't think kids even know what they are these days. So obviously there's the glasses that they used to see through the ghosts. Are kind of a bit weird looking, but they're good, you know. So all the ghosts kind of float, like floating off the sky and stuff, off the air floor and that lot. But then there's one that literally just walks. It's like, okay. Opens a very creaky door and scares the crap out of the daughter. My poor ears. My God, she can scream. They always can the females in these films. I don't know why they go, ah! I'm not going to do it, but you know what I mean? That noise. I love the line that Buck sees with the glasses. It's literally like a film with a lion next to him. It's kind of hard to explain. So he's like standing there and he's looking at a lion. And if you imagine a lion from an old black and even though not in black and white, but from a film where the lion's kind of roaring, you know, in the jungle, it's or a circus. It's like that, but he's not there. It's just sort of an image of the lion roaring and Buck's on next to him. I've just seen the breakfast that the daughter, who's Medea, gets. She gets milk, toast, orange juice, a plate of food. I'm kind of going for bacon. I was kind of looking there because it's black and white, so I'm kind of looking around. I mean, that's better than what I have. I have porridge and a banana when I go to work, so there you go. Oh, so we have secrets again. So Buck's sitting there with Medea, and he goes, suppose you have a secret. How would you keep it? So Medea says, you have a secret? What is it? Well, it's a... Wait, I'm not going to tell you what it is. Well, who is it with? Ben, that's obviously the lawyer. Oh, what's it about? Well, is it alright to say what it's about? Sure, as long as you don't tell me what it is. It's just like, what the hell? You can tell me what it's about, but not what it is. So yeah, she got the secret out of him. I mean, can you imagine that in this day and age when you've got kids or something that have been told to keep things a secret, based, you know, whatever. You could just get around it by just saying that. They're going to hold a séance to speak to his dead uncle. The lawyer's not happy. I can't imagine why. You can figure out when you watch the film. But what I do like in many of these films, the same with this one, right? You know when they say, right, let's turn off all the lights, we're all in darkness. But the table, the people, and everything else is completely lit up. Like there's like a spotlight on them, not just a little like table lamp, but an entire. It's like, yeah, we're just going to turn out all the lights except for the 20 that are looking at me. I've seen a lot of films with ghosts, spirits, and possessions, but this one was totally different. As in the way that he got, the person got possessed at the séance. It was more of the interesting ones. It was very interesting. I like the way interacting with the ghosts and stuff. It was totally weird. You know, you watch the films, right, and you go, okay, so this family's got no money because they had no, you know, all the furniture was nicked off them, and they wanted a house and they didn't get one, and eventually they got a free house, and oh my god. So you would assume that they would kind of like be a bit more careful with money, you know. But no. They just keep all the random lights on when they go to bed. I see this in a lot of films. It's not just this one. I've seen in so many where they wake up. I'm not going to say obviously because they wake up in complete brightness, but then they go wandering around the house. They haven't turned any light switches on, and yet all the lights are on, all the lamps are on downstairs. And you think, what the hell? If we all did that, we'd have an electricity bill that's through the roof. Anyway, it was good. Of course, not as gory as the remake, but you know they didn't have computers. Well, I suppose they did in a way. No, they didn't. But they didn't have that kind of stuff, you know. The story was fun, the music was good and whatnot. I'm actually going to give it a 6. What it is rated in IMDb, I'm actually going to give it the same rating. Anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed watching and listening to this film review of 13 Ghosts. Please subscribe to my channel. I've got plenty of the film reviews out there, loads of horrors, so you might be able to find some more that you like. Obviously, I do a lot of games as well, but yeah, those films are something I've been dabbling in lately. Give me a thumbs up if you liked this video. Leave a comment in the comment box below. If you watched this film, did you enjoy it? Is it different to the remake? I can guarantee you it is. In fact, I don't even know if there's a line in the remake, to be honest. But yeah, it's a very good film. The original, I mean, well, the remake as well. Okay, well, thank you and goodbye.